So let's go ahead and talk about this Lapeef network.
Again, I do not think that
there has been a gender war.
Gender war. They're talking about gender war, right? Let me first of all show my face a second here. They're talking about gender war, right? Is there gender war? Is it over? Is it not over? That's what they're talking about. Just wanted to give you a quick think there. All right.
And if so, is it over or not? I'm just making it.
I don't know what other people are doing, so I can't speak to them. I don't know.
Okay, black people, do you think that there is a gender war? And if so, is it over or not?
Again, I do not think that there has been a gender war in real day-to-day life. I've answered this so many times. Like
you're not being very clear, because again, I'm a C student. So if you can add the context.
That's a sign language. All right. That's sign language right there. It's not shame, of course not. Maybe it's, I don't know. It's not insult, right? It's not guilt, but it's an attempt of need to be right. I'm a C student, blah blah blah. I get it. It's banters, right? But she clearly just said, she does not believe in the gender war thing. This thing comes down to perspectives. That's the bottom line. It comes down to perspectives. Some people see it as gender war, some don't see it as gender war. For me, knowing what I know, when at least one person sees it as gender war, I have to basically believe them and just say, yeah, that's gender war. And on a personal level, it does look like gender war for me on social media. But some people will say social media is not real life, which is what Kay is trying to do here. Social media is real life, okay? Majority of you ladies and gentlemen are on social media, and the conversations that are going on social media are real life human conversations. So it is real life.
Text after answering the question, is it a yes or no? Is there a war? And if it has been, is it over or not?
Again, I do not think that there has been a gender war in day-to-day life. I think a lot of it's online. A lot of people are talking and whatever, but I think that's a small, loud minority. I think that's my opinion. I'm not sure how else I can answer this.
So she has a point there. A small, loud minority are the one pushing the rhetorics, but they're just as powerful to control the narrative in real life. All right. In business, I used to have people argue with me and say, hey, all that online stuff, people still like belly to belly. Like, no, stop it. If every time I ask you a question as an average person, if you don't know the answer, you are very quick to rush to Google, then that becomes the reality. Online is reality. There is no such thing as offline in 2022. Do we realize that?
Well, I think that online is also, especially in 2022, a reflection of real life. I think that people spend a majority of their time online. I think that we spend a lot of time online. So I think it's safe to say that this is something that we have to now take into consideration in real life. And considering that, just restating the question, is that a yes or a no?
I've answered this several times.
Now, for me, how come it's either he's deliberately pushing her buttons, right? Or he really doesn't realize that I can read the body language. She's not interested in this question. This is on top of the fact that she's already said, I don't think this thing, I think the gender war conversation is stupid. That she's saying that with her body language. And as you're gonna see in a minute here, some sign language will come out of this in a minute, right? But it's either Anton is just pushing her buttons to create a good moment for the show, or he really doesn't realize that the body like this is not the person to engage right now, not with this question, because she's clearly, if there's any other kind of answers you're looking for, she's clearly not capable of giving that answer, or she doesn't want to. Either way, you're not getting results, right?
I don't think that you have, because I don't have the clarification. Honestly, I'm genuinely curious. Like you were happy. No, let me say this. You were very, very happy for Kev's answer,
Yes.
You're not giving any clear answer yourself as to whether or not. Okay, let me ask it like
We
this.
can keep doing this.
Was there ever a gender war?
For Black people, no.
What? All right, so people try to do this, right? They try to do the black people, white people is different. Yeah, there are some things that are different, okay? There's some things at the very core, they're not different. If you feel like there's gender war on YouTube in the black community, there is probably worse in the white community. I hear people say that all the time, and that's why they attack black women or black women attacking black men. Like, stop the cap. It's across board. There is gender war vibes and ambience in the air everywhere right now. People are confused, okay? People feel like the state is against them. People feel like this divorce rate 50% where the risk of it is skewed against either of the gender. So no, or yes, there is gender war, right? So, and it doesn't matter if it's black and white, but again, she has the right to her opinion.
I think that Black dysfunction cannot be categorized as a gender war. I have already
Okay, wait. So it's black dysfunction now, and not gender war. Okay.
said this multiple times.
No. I said thank you. You answered the question now. Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
I've been answered the question, but
Wow.
All right. So she won't stop the sign language, right? It's very subtle, but she's throwing shots essentially, right? So watch this next few moments right here. This moment is what's interesting to me in the exchanges, right? And before I do that, let me just do this really quickly. You know, I am not throwing shots, but it is what it is. Maybe it's gonna come off that way, right?
Hey! Yo!
Get off of me, nigga!
Help me,
Fuck
yo.
wrong with you, nigga?
Come on! Where my glasses?
Get off of me before I drop your goofy ass again. Now beat that, bitch ass nigga. Pay for this shit. Hurry
Yo.
up.
No,
Pay
come
for
on.
that shit and hurry up before I drop your
Yo.
ass again. Touch me, then I'm
Yo,
gonna drop
stop
you.
video for they
Quit
help
touching
me.
me.
You got my key.
Quit touching me,
help
bitch.
you.
No, come on.
That extra. I just said thank you. What's all of the extra? Like, why is
you
it?
said you get the extra. You
and
said
all
you
of that,
never
like-
answered the question. I said I've been
You notice that the moment he said, "What's all of the extras?" Right? She's now actively competing with him. See, anytime you find yourself at this space with a woman, you become equal, and it's not my opinion. You could just look at what is about to happen, and you can determine if it means equal or not. But whatever you're looking at is what I'm referring to as equal. Is neither good nor bad. It can become bad in the space of marriage and relationship. You have to know your words, how to pick your words wisely in a way that will attract the right behavior out of her. And also you have to know what the limitations are, so you don't find yourself in a space where you're trying to change a human being or not holding them responsible, accountable to their actions. But for the most part, it's usually because of how you move as a man. I'm talking about within the space of marriage and long-term relationships. This is just a show, so I get it. I'm just saying, if this is happening in real life within a romantic relationship, you can see why. Now she's competing because she's not deciding that. It's just that it feels like we're equal. We should just combat, right? And that's what's happening right now. Watch it.
answered the question.
But I said thank you. You answered the question. I appreciate it. And then it's all of the extra sass behind it, and I don't understand it. Like, why is that necessary? I'm so confused.
Why is it necessary? The same reason it's necessary for you to keep asking me the same question.
And I explained to you that I didn't have the
regardless of me
clarification that I
answering it
needed.
over and over and over.
No,
I know
explained
that-
to you. I explained to you that I
I
didn't
know
have
what
the
it is.
clarification.
I know what it is. I know what it is. It's cool.
And you know JR lives for this kind of moments. He's already pressing this smack buttons and all of that, you know. But yes, let's go on to, let me remove this. Let's go on